In this episode, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to make one of these carbon fibre resin infused roof vents. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in this episode we're making one of my carbon fibre roof scoops. So we're using these two moulds. We've got the inner skin, which is the bit that sits inside the car, and we've got the outer skin, which is just, well, that's outside the car. They're both attached together. The inner skin is going to have adjustable vents and a fluid drain, also with a debris guard. So any sort of nasties that get caught up in the scoop don't go into the cabin. They can be easily removed. So instead of me trying to do a stop and start video, I'm just going to literally video the whole thing and just talk over it. I'll try and explain as much detail as I can about what I'm doing, and yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy the video. So let's get started. Cheers.
So I'm just starting to assemble the stack. The first layer of carbon fibre getting placed into the mould as gently and carefully as possible to make sure there's no pulls in the carbon. I'm using some spray tack to help hold the stack together. And if you look closely, each layer of carbon fibre that goes down is actually rotated 90 degrees. This helps to add strength and also prevent distortion. Fibres all laid in. I'm just adding some material called peel ply, which acts as a release for all the flow media that's going to be going on top of it to allow the infusion. So I'll put the peel ply down in place again with spray tack, and then I'll be adding the infusion mesh flow media. Now I'm going to put some vacuum bagging tape around the perimeter of this mould, and I can start putting the vacuum lines in and the inlet, and then start settling the vacuum bag. Here you can see me installing the lines to the catch pot. The catch pot just helps catch the resin and prevents it hitting the vacuum pump, which could cause it to fail. So I'm starting to pull down a slight vacuum now and position the carbon and the bag into all the crevices and the nooks and crannies of the mould, making sure there's no bridging occurring. Then once I'm happy with it, I'll be applying a full vac, and then we can clamp it off and make sure we've got a good seal. 15 minutes just to check there's no leaks on the vacuum, and it's still held a good vacuum solid. So now we can start the infusion, let some resin flow through it. So it's time to unclamp the inlet. It's all been clamped off. I like to call this stage called equalising, where the inlet would have lost a bit of vacuum and it had a really strong vacuum around the vacuum ports around the perimeter. It's actually equalled out now, so it's the same pressure, the same vacuum value all across the part. So now it's just a case of letting it cure overnight, and then we can come back and break it out. Well, that's the outer skin done. Now we've got to do the exact same process now for the inner skin, but this is a bit more complex. Due to the shape, there's multiple pieces of carbon that's required for the first layer of carbon. That's going to be the presentation piece. Simply because of the shape of it, the carbon will not drape evenly. So we're using 3 separate pieces here, but the end result is a perfectly smooth and consistent carbon finish. going to give both panels a quick polish now. I use 2 compounds to start with, a fast cutting compound and a much finer compound. I find this gives a really nice finish and deep shine to the carbon fibre parts. Use a hole saw here to create the 2 holes for the directional vents, and also I'm going to drill and tap a threaded hole for the fluid drain. Cut-off tool here just to trim these panels up and get rid of the excess carbon that's no longer required. Addition I put on my roof vents is this mesh guard, which just stops any sort of leaves and debris getting caught up inside the vents, which can be obstructive and just be a pain really. So I'm just going to use a nice hot glue gun which has got the high temperature glue sticks in it, which will just help hold this in place and stop it from moving around. Here's just a small hose tail for the fluid drain.
So that's it, it's all built up now. Vents are all installed, 360-degree directional vents, fluid drain, got a debris guard installed, and include these all set to fix that to the inner skin that's installed in the car. But all in all, it's all ready to send out to the customer now. It's a nice finish and 100% carbon fibre. So I hope you've liked the video, something a bit different. But yeah, if you want to see more videos of this sort of content, then please drop a comment below. Usual jazz, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. So thanks very much for watching. Ta-ra.